Was that your stuff?
What? I don't know if I'm hungry or about to shit myself. G'day and welcome to episode 1 of Guns, Hoses and Stretchers.
Oh, fuck, I wrote staging area wrong. I'm joking. Are you going to ask questions straight up? So you're just going to say, welcome to episode 2, we're talking about this, and then bam, fire into
Oh, shut the fuck up. G'day and welcome to the staging area. What are you doing now? You're interrupting my intro.
I said already recording. I didn't realise it was recording.
Well, what?
Oh, I bet. Start again.
Jesus Christ. We're not starting again. We've got too much packed into this episode.
All right, let's do it then.
Because so much shit's happened in 2 weeks.
It's a lot.
This is the staging area. I'm Hayden Mack. That rudely interrupting person over there is Simon Roy Lance.
Hello.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
After
For a little...
last week's episode.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's call it last week.
And
I think they know. But anyway.
yeah, there's good signs of interaction on some things, but not on other things.
That's okay.
So we'll try it for 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks, 4 more weeks.
Maybe 4 more weeks.
We'll see.
You got to try these things. Dabble.
And see what happens with it. But
Just shout out to Chris Riley, who was watching our YouTube last night at home on a Saturday night.
oh, we're replacing Hey Hey at Saturday.
We've
obviously,
replaced. Well, it's because you had the Plucker Duck.
the
on.
Plucker Duck.
So
there you
we've
go.
replaced Hey Hey at Saturday for some people, and so shout out to Chris who was watching our show on Saturday
Fantastic.
night, and to all the others because you just said before, YouTube's up.
Yeah, the numbers
few
are
people
up.
watching YouTube,
Don't know
so-
whether it's like full watches, but it's up.
okay.
It's something
That's all
different.
good. You know, we're reaching to people.
And I think the reaction stuff that kicked off some on TikTok. I created a little show on there,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
so shortened it a bit.
I think a lot of people like the Michael Jackson one, but
Yeah,
and the guy getting electrocuted, but let's not go there.
yeah. But yes, so that's good news.
It's
All
good.
right.
Show's doing well.
Do you want to get into it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
You should get like little.
You ruined the fucking intro for that too. Jesus
I didn't know you were going to hit
Christ.
that button as well. I was
Well,
going
that's
to say
what
you
it
should
is.
get little stickers for your thing so I know which
No.
one's what.
The names are already on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just hit the wrong blue one.
Maybe change the colour. Something different. Just saying.
Settle down.
Trying to help you.
All right, it is time for
Trying to help
services
you produce the
news.
show.
What?
Just trying to help you produce the show. That's all.
Yeah, you're
I'll
not
stick
helping.
to being
Yeah,
the
talent.
really bad talent.
So we're now in services news.
Let's do it.
All right. And we've got a new newsreader.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
Did you sack Sally?
No, Sandra.
Sandra.
Yeah.
Probably
We-
should have.
Now, there was,
A little bit worried
Peter?
about this. Oh, no.
because we're from Melbourne, there's a lot of Peters.
There is a lot of people. Don't need any more. Yep.
But
But
we got Bronson.
Bronson.
Yeah, Bronson.
Okay, this I like already.
Bronson,
I
you
feel
like already?
Bronson. Okay. Hopefully this goes well because I feel good about Bronson already.
Bronson, the newsreader.
The name is good. I feel like we need to have a puppet. Or Bronson, the newsreader. Maybe. There's somebody out there that makes puppets. Make us a puppet for our show called Bronson.
Well, you're going to bloody hold it and do the voicing for it. Because I can't do everything.
I've got a theory. But let's just see if we can get a
But
puppet
we're going to get a
first.
third person.
Let's see if we can get a puppet named Bronson, and then we'll go from there. Just trust me. Trust me. It'll work if it works.
Righto, fair enough. All right, Bronson, take it away with article number 1.
Around 9,000 people have been evacuated in northeastern Canada due to wildfires, officials said Saturday. Residents of Labrador City and Wabash in Newfoundland and Labrador were ordered to leave, according to Provincial Fire Duty Officer Jeff Motti. "We are seeing extreme fire behaviour," Motti stated, noting the fire was moving at 50 metres per minute. Images on social media showed long lines at gas stations and heavy smoke. Labrador City resident Stacey Hunt described the smoke as a shock. Residents, must evacuate more than 500 kilometers east via the only available road. The fire's intensity has made water bombers ineffective. Labrador City's mayor, Belinda Adams, urged residents to evacuate on Saturday. Federal authorities reported that favorable weather had limited fires earlier this summer, but the country is now entering peak wildfire season. Last year was Canada's worst fire season on record. Climate change has increased the risk of major fires, experts say. Currently, Canada is battling 575 active fires, with over 400 out of control, particularly in the West, which has experienced a heat wave.
So that's what's happening in Canada. And I only knew about it because you sent in the group chat. What's happening, what New South Wales is.
Well, it's now...
Well,
Okay.
I'll
You
play
hitting a
that.
button?
This Bronson's also got what the New South Wales Rural Fire Services said.
After a formal request for assistance, more than 100 firefighting personnel from across Australia and New Zealand will depart later this week for Canada. The firefighting contingent, which includes 28 personnel from New South Wales, will provide to incident management teams and additional liaison officers to bolster the firefighting efforts as Canada continues to battle significant fire activity, with the weather and fire conditions across Canada and the United States forecast to continue deteriorating. Further firefighting personnel may be deployed to assist over the coming weeks.
There you go.
There we go. So 167 left yesterday morning
Right.
from
Okay.
Australia.
So do you know what other states are going?
Pretty much all of them, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
nearly every. So I know from New South Wales, I know that New South Wales Rural Fire Service went, and I think maybe some of their parks and wildlife people went as well.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria, we had CFA Forest Firemen in Victoria, which is made up of Department of Environment, Climate Change and Action, and Parks Victoria. And yeah, I know there's some from Queensland are going. There's some from, I think, maybe South Australia or WA that went as well, or maybe there's one from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about Tasmania. I didn't see anything about Tasmania, but I could be wrong. They may have sent some people. And obviously, New Zealand's got some people going as well. So it's about 167, I think it was. So, and that's the first wave. And then I think there's already been a request for a second group to go as well. So, which is kind of normal this time of the year for us. To go over. Last year was pretty bad for Canada. This year's shaping up pretty bad, and America's got some pretty decent fires going at the moment as well. So I was actually watching last night on TikTok. There was there's a guy in there that does, like, you know how we have fire towers here?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Over there, their fire tower people live in the fire tower for the whole fire season. They just stay there like 24/7. They're there in the middle of nowhere. They get flown in. Remember how we were talking about that podcast or that show, Fire Tower, what it was called, with a
Tower 4.
Tower 4, yeah. So it's same thing as that, but
that.
yeah.
Okay.
So and I just sort of discovered all these people after looking for that Tower 4 thing or whatever. I discovered there was all these people who do it, and there was a guy in there last night. He just had a lightning strike come through and had 3 new starts very close to his tower.
Okay.
So 3 lightning strikes have started fires, and he just called them in, and now he was basically watching them get bigger and bigger. So, and he was filming it. So yeah, it's all happening. But it's that time of the year in America and Canada right now. So they've got a long way to go. It's, what are we in now? July. So I think, yeah, they've got a bit to go yet. And as it is for us, these teams will come back. Normally when you go, you know, like here when we go interstate, or we go within our own state, on a strike team, interstate or intrastate, whatever you want to call it. Normally it's no more than like 4 or 5 days, sort of max. Generally speaking, when you go overseas, you're there for weeks because obviously it makes, you know, there's no point bringing you home a week later because that would cost a fortune. So they go for weeks on end. So generally by the time these teams get back here, especially for the New South crews and probably the Queensland crews, generally when they get back here, our fire season's kicking off again. So this is kind of the start for everybody, really. Even though we might not be doing our own bushfires. Well, we are. There's some bushfires up north at the moment. So even though ours doesn't technically start till kind of around that October period for like New South Wales in particular, but the reality is we've kind of already started now because we're going, you know, overseas to do it. So the fire season doesn't really end anymore. It's kind of, you kind of only get like a couple of months off now, and
It's
that's
like
about
cricket.
it. Yeah, a little bit like cricket. Yeah. except more important. Slightly. Just saying.
All right.
So yeah, hopefully the crews travelling over, go well and safe. And I think most of them into management teams, but I know that quite often we've said we're sending into management teams and then the guys end up on the ground anyway. Guys and lazy men and women. Can't speak properly today. Men and women, because there is a good mix of both going over. So hopefully they travel safe and get in there and do some good work and enjoy the experience. I say this all the time. It's shit when you got fires and anything like that, any natural disaster that you're dealing with or any emergency you're dealing with. But at the same time, you've got to sort of enjoy it as much as you can and learn from it, because it helps you develop. It also helps you help other people develop as well. So. Hopefully they have a good time, good experience, learn lots while they're over there and do some good work and, wave the Aussie flag as much as they can. And, it's good.
All right. Bronson's got the next one. This is from New South Wales.
I'm not sure if I like Bronson's voice, but that's okay. We can talk about this.
Police officer has been injured following an incident on the state's north coast. About 1:30 a.m. today, Monday the 15th of July, 2024, police attended a home on Shearman Drive, Goonellabah, after receiving information a man wanted on an outstanding warrant was there. A 28-year-old man allegedly attempted to evade police by gaining access to the roof before falling from a gutter. He was arrested and taken to Lismore Police Station, where he was assessed by New South Wales ambulance paramedics and taken to Lismore Base Hospital with a suspected broken leg. He remains in hospital under police guard. While attempting to gain entry to the property, a male officer suffered a laceration to his right arm. He was taken to Lismore Base Hospital, where he is expected to undergo surgery. A 19-year-old woman who was at the property was also arrested on outstanding warrants. She was refused bail to appear before Lismore local court today, Monday the 15th of July, 2024.
Well, I think this bloke that was trying to evade police has watched too many action films. He's tried to parkour his way out to freedom and fucked up.
Didn't quite go well for him.
But the officer getting injured, do you reckon just that could be something random that could happen on the job?
No, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. Like, it's not there'd be someone getting injured almost, well, not one person. If we looked at the entire country, there'd be multiple police being injured every single day during arrests or attempted arrests or all sorts of shit, chasing offenders. I know people who have chased offenders, jumping fences and broken ankles and injured their backs or necks or whatever. And then you've got the actual offenders that you're dealing with as well, who take swings quite often these days because they're not scared anymore to do it. So it happens all the time. You just don't really hear about it. And even then in that article there, very basic details about how the officer was injured. Is he home? Was he taken to hospital? Was it a serious injury? Like, they say minor. What's minor? What's a minor injury? Because to some people it might be minor. To that person it may not be so minor. And just yesterday I saw an article pop up yesterday that 4 officers were injured during an incident in Sydney's West yesterday. Okay. So happens more often than what people think, but it's certainly becoming a more frequent thing that happens. You do remember with policing, and I know there'll be people out there who say, "Oh, this is bullshit. That doesn't really happen." And I actually saw an article on this the other day, and it's one of those times on TikTok where I just had to breathe and not fucking respond to the dipshit who was fucking talking about it from something called Justice Watch or some crap like that. Who normally, actually, I should say, I like watching his videos, but on this one I couldn't care less about the video. So he was talking about how the police force quite often likes to put the image out there that every time police go to work every day, they're putting their lives at risk and they could be injured and, it's a really dangerous job and all this sort of stuff. And then he was showing the statistics say that there was only like 27% or something. The number may have been different, but we're using 27 now. 27% is the only amount of injuries that have, been suffered that year by police officers during direct conflict with offenders. And so he was saying, realistically, if you look at that in the overall scheme of things, your job's actually not that dangerous. It's actually quite below every other job in the world. And I'm like, yeah, okay, dipshit. Let's talk that through a little bit. Before you go mouthing off, let's talk that through a little bit. How many people every day in the world, and I get there's a lot, but compared to the percentage of everyone else in the world, there's actually a small percentage of people every day that get up and strap a gun onto themselves and a bulletproof vest on to protect themselves against people who are going to harm them. Like you and I go to work every day, we don't wear a bulletproof vest.
No.
We don't wear guns with us. The gun to be used to protect other people or to protect ourselves, we don't do that. All right? So when people make comments about, oh, policing's not that dangerous of a job, if police didn't have the weaponry that they have and didn't have bulletproof vests, a lot more of them will be killed every day because they will become very easy targets for offenders. And trust me, there's plenty of people out there who want to injure or kill police. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Again, the society, public, just doesn't see it because the media doesn't show it and the government and the police don't want you to see it because it makes it seem like our society's bad. Our society is bad. Our society is shit. We have become a society, which we'll talk more about this in other parts over the next, couple of episodes of this show. But our society is crumbling very quickly at the moment, and when that happens, I guess respect for law and things like that is one of the first things to go, and it becomes quite dangerous. So, there's that aspect of it. And there's the other aspect where in the policing world, if you're arresting somebody or you're engaging with the public and you're assaulted, spat on, verbally, like quite significantly verbally abused, threatened, all these sorts of things, a lot of police don't report that. A lot of them don't charge the people involved. A lot of them just kind of like they try and let it wash over them. And there's two reasons for that. Number one is they don't want the offender to think that they're getting to them. So they want to have that strong, we hold the line, we're not weak. So if I report this, then it makes me look like I'm weak. All right. So, and I don't want you to get in my head. So they won't report it. So therefore a lot of things go unreported. The other part of that is, and this is quite, something I saw quite often when I was working for Victoria Police, is officers would be assaulted. Might only be a minor assault, but they would be assaulted. They wouldn't report it because if they did, the police force wouldn't look at the offender as being the person who has done something wrong and assaulted a police officer. They would look at the police officer and say, what did you do to allow them to get so close to assault you? Or what did you do to agitate them so much that they would assault you? And so they actually turn it back on you, and it's something that you then have to defend. And in cases, I know really good cops who have just been unfortunate and been assaulted on a couple of different occasions over their sort of, let's just say like a 12-month period. Maybe they've been assaulted 2 or 3 times. And that's then been used against them to stop them being promoted.
Yeah, right.
But there's actually nothing wrong with these police officers. They're actually very good at their job. They're just unfortunate that they come up against, some shit people. And in that process, they've been assaulted. These people are going to assault no matter what cop walked through that door. These people are going to assault them regardless. But now it's used against them by command to stop them being promoted. So they're not going to report it, are they? They're just going to allow you to use them as a punching bag, literally. Even though when you go into the police academy and you graduate and all these things, and the whole time you're told your job is not to be a punching bag. You didn't sign up to come here to be a punching bag. Although there's some magistrates who believe that police are. There's some magistrates, even here in Victoria, who believe that police being spat at, sworn at, threatened, punched, it's a part of your job. You have to accept it with the role that you're doing. No one should accept even police, no one should accept violence as a part of their job.
Definitely not.
That's just bullshit. Yeah. And when magistrates and command are allowing that to happen and not supporting their people on the ground, not supporting the troops on the ground, then we get this fucking dwindling of society, and we get this thing where it's okay to speak to police the way that some people do and to, And don't get me wrong, I'm not fully here in defense of police. We all know about the COVID times, and I do not agree with like 95% of the things that happen during COVID times with the police. But let's just move. We're going to move on from that now. Let's just keep looking at the rest of it, and we're not doing it. We're still in a pretty bad state in that sense. So, yeah.
All right. Next one is from Firewise. Firewise. About ultralights.
Boom.
Take it away, Bronson.
CFA has launched a $3.19 million retrofit program for 246 existing ultralights and a $4.95 million purchase of 33 new ultralights with crew protection. CFA Chief Officer Jason Heffernan emphasized that extensive testing ensured the new systems met occupant survival criteria. The safety of our firefighters is our top priority, Heffernan stated. The new and retrofitted ultralights will include compressed air foam-based external deluge systems, cafes, and radiant heat shield curtains. Internal cabin stowage for fire blankets will also be provided. CFA crews undergo annual entrapment drills for familiarity with the new systems. Upper Beacons Field Fire Brigade Captain Ian Pinney highlighted the benefits, noting their ultralight was among the first to receive the retrofit. The program is expected to be completed by the end of 2024. VFBV CEO Adam Barnett welcomed the investment, as well as the government's announcement of 25 additional pumpers, stressing the importance of modernising the ageing CFA fleet for both operational and safety benefits.
Just to clarify, there was no cafes part of the ultralight.
I wanted to hear Firecom Upper Gunga West barista out code 1.
No, it's actually it was an acronym inside the act.
Yeah, it should be CAF.
CAFS.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Bronson pronounced it cafe. So
compressed air foam system is what he was talking about.
Well, he already mentioned that.
Yeah, CAF for sure.
Yeah.
But he's got a cafe, so it's okay. Every ultralight is now a barista mobile, and that's how it's going to be forever.
Now, do you think across the state, 279 ultralights is good enough?
Oh, there's a few things I don't like about this.
Okay.
We literally had this conversation the other night with my old man, actually, funnily enough, and a couple of other people since then. So first and foremost, I love ultralights.
Yep.
All right. I worked in forestry for a little bit. We had the Wallen Fire Brigade, which we were both a part of at one point.
Mm-hmm.
We had the very first ever, what used to be known as a quick attack. So when the Land Cruiser quick attack that we had at Wallen all those years ago, it was the first one ever built in Victoria, and it was built by the CFA. So, and the plate on it was like 0001 or something like that. So, as in the build plate, it was literally the first one. We were the first station to have it. We got them because our guys here at the guys at Wallen that they went to New South Wales in whatever year it was. They went to New South Wales to fight the fires up there, and they saw these up there and went, "Wow, how good are these little vehicles?" You know, like they're really good, sort of the way they were designed. We always had them here because forestry always had them, but I guess from a fire service perspective, we didn't have them really. So they built the first. Well, the first ever CFA built one was made for the crew at Wallen, and they had a bit to do with the build design of it, so it was built the way they wanted it to be built. And we had that vehicle right up until 2009, and we got it in the 90s. So we had it for a long time. That thing kept going. Then it went from Wallen to New South Wales to a fire station up there because they loved the way that we built our one, so they brought it. And now my understanding is, and I probably should have checked this, but my understanding is now it's in the New South Wales Rural Fire Service Museum.
Okay.
So I'm not sure which museum it's in, and quite happy if we have any New South Wales people that watch the show or listen to the show to let us know where it is. Brockers would know because Brockers knows where it is.
Okay.
But yeah, it's now in a museum up there. So I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That our built vehicle is in a museum. So that's pretty cool. So I love ultralights. I think they're good. I think they're underrated. I don't think enough stations give them credit for what they can do. They're a great vehicle. If you have the right training with the right people in those vehicles, you can do an incredible amount of work with them. They're designed to go into shitty areas, like they're designed to go into the bush, up those goat tracks and things like that where tankers can't go. They only have a small amount of water on them and normally a foam system of some kind. Now they're getting CAFs, which is a good thing. But the problem I have with the current ultralights and with this deluge system or this firefighter protection system, all right, I'll start with that one first. I'm all for protecting firefighters. You know that yourself. You've seen the way I've carried on at jobs in the past about people doing unsafe things and, not providing the equipment we should be and the training we should be to our firefighters. I think our volunteers in particular, I'm not going to speak for the other states, but I certainly think here in Victoria, we really need to change the way we train our volunteers. We need to look at the job that they're doing and how dangerous it is, and we need to be much better in the training space. I think we're dwindling and it's getting worse, is my opinion. But if you have the right trained people in those ultralights going to the right areas, they can be a great tool. They can be a fantastic tool to be used. Problem is that putting things like these firefighter protection sprays on them and deluge systems on them, they add more weight to the vehicle. They require additional things to be put into the vehicle to build them. If you've seen the cab of our ultralights these days, there ain't much room for the 2 firefighters who are inside that cab now. There's bugger all room in there. It's not necessarily, it does put more weight into the vehicle, but we also take up space with these things. Now, I have to be honest, I've actually got some photos on my phone of the new deluge system and the new ultralight that was coming out in March this year. I just feel like we're putting way too much on these vehicles now, and they're kind of losing their purpose of what they were for. Originally, they had like maybe 600-700 litres of water on them, some Raycos, some bits and pieces for bush firefighting stuff, some drip torches, normally 2 drip torches, a bit of fuel, chainsaw and chainsaw gear. That was it. That's what we needed, because that's the purpose of these vehicles. Now, they just seem to have so much gear on them that we don't use, or we're not going to use. We're overloading them. We're making them too big. Their angles for coming in and out in forestry or four-wheel drive tracks is becoming quite bad. We're kind of losing the purpose of why we built these things in the first place. So I think it's good. Anything fire protection-wise is good, but I think we've got to we need to rethink what these vehicles were actually designed for and have a look at that first. 279, is there enough? Was it 279?
Yeah, 279.
Yeah, I think we need a lot more. I think we can do with a lot more of them. We don't use them fast enough. We've still got this mentality of pushing big tankers to jobs, which is good. We need them. I got no issues with that either. But we need to get a lot better at responding our ultralight strike teams and getting them into places a lot sooner than what we do. You go up into the high country and places like that, they're really good at getting their ultralights out to jobs. The closer you get to Melbourne, the less frequent we use them. And I think that's a problem, because they've actually got, even in the suburban areas, they've actually got a real good purpose to use, because they can get into parks and things where other tankers can get in there, but it takes longer. They've got to cut more fences. They can create more damage when they don't really need to. Once the tankers are in those parks, it's hard for them to move around. So having a lot more ultralights would be a lot smarter move, is my opinion. And we need to use them a lot more. We need to stop, shying away from using them and get them in there and let them do their job. So, and we need to train people. We need to be teaching people how to use these vehicles more effectively than what we do now, because we're not really teaching people how to effectively use ultralights as a firefighting tool.
Yep.
So,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for services news.
Boom.
Bronson will be back next episode. So don't whinge too much about him.
I'm not gonna.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm not gonna now.
Fair enough. It's time for video reactions.
I'm not going to move my chair because I got in trouble last week.
Yeah, don't fucking move it, because now I've got the mouse connected, so I don't have to lean and be so far forward.
Imagine a big screen at the end of the TV there. We could put it on. Anyway,
this is a new computer, and it's got USB-C, mate.
Whoa.
So I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get it to a screen. I'm not that far advanced.
So I can tell you, because I do it every single day of my life. Literally.
Oh, not now. There's a show going on.
I wanted to show that my IT skills were really good. Because most people who know me know that they're shit. I was going to show you how cool they were.
All right.
Have to plug, but anyway.
I don't know where it was, but
I was old, mate.
We'll go with this. We'll go with the first one. These were saved when I first got TikTok. So this is nearly 2 years ago.
Oh, well, people have probably
3 years
seen
ago.
these then. They're not going to like them.
They're in the vault. They're ancient, some of them.
It's ancient. They're 2 years old.
So it's kind of interesting.
All right, let's do it.
It's like a, what would you say?
Retro?
No, not retro, but not that old. Yeah, no, I don't fucking know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's go to the first one.
You mind? Go away. You mind? Go away. I asked you to go away.
Where?
Go away.
Oh, you can go. Yeah, you can go.
Go away, man.
You can go.
Go away.
Dude,
You're the
what's
one
wrong
coming
with
up to
people?
me with spy glasses.
they're binoculars.
I don't give a fuck what they are. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, you can go.
No, you can go.
Oh, no, I was just looking over here.
No, you weren't. You were looking at me because I backed up and... Get the fuck away from me.
You can back up.
No, you can back
You
up.
can back up. You came up to me. You can back up.
No, you back up.
You back up.
I'm looking at the sink right here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same thing now.
Okay.
Dude, you're like trying to twerk that ass on me. You want to fuck or something?
Is that what you want to do?
You're putting your ass on my dick.
No, I just.
Dude, you literally just tried to twerk and break it down on me.
Better get the fuck off me.
You do, go. Shoo, toodaloo.
Dude, let's go outside. Let's go. Come on.
Come on, you can go.
No, you and me outside now.
You can go.
Let's settle this like men.
Like men, you were just trying to twerk on me.
I do wonder how
shit.
many of these things turn like really violent.
Oh, yeah.
Because some of these, like, it's funny, but some of these people, I'm like, oh, you get yourself into trouble.
Oh, bloody oath. Let's see what's happening here.
That's just-
Muriel? Yes, Mavis? Do you know that you've just gone through a red light and over a roundabout, and you haven't even slowed down? Am I driving? Muriel, you are driving.
Am I driving?
But in was it Mavis? In her defence, if she was driving in the north or the west of Victoria, suburbs, northern or western suburb, that's
normal?
That's fairly normal. That's standard. Don't even have to be that old. That's just normal.
The next one.
Do you think Uncle Stone will let me ride his horse?
I don't see why not.
Do you think I can shoot his guns?
No, you cannot.
Too bad. I would have shot you right off that fucking horse.
Wow.
That's some
Jesus.
aggression.
Bit of brotherly love.
Yeah. Oh, here
Oh, there
we
you
go. Look at that.
Hey.
Hiya! Oh, fuck this.
That's me.
Is that you?
Hey, have you ever heard of Uncle Roger?
No.
He's on YouTube and he makes fried rice videos. And I, at that time, was cooking rice, obviously, and I burnt the fuck out of it.
Yeah, it doesn't look great,
I
mate.
know.
It
It's
looks
horrible.
terrible.
Horrible.
So there you go, ladies. Because ladies, Haydos is single and he is looking, but he can't cook for shit, as you just saw. Well, it's actually a lie because you can cook pretty well. You can cook pretty well, actually.
I can.
You can cook well.
Yeah.
You just fucked that part there because you're actually
That's it.
a pretty
That's-
good cook.
That's my version
Good
of
cook.
what
He
you
plays
fucked up.
guitar. He sings pretty well too.
I don't.
He's funny.
I don't
He
sing
loves a good dance.
I can dance, yeah.
You can dance.
I can boogie.
You can definitely boogie. And now that you've said that, that's one of my favourite songs to listen to you sing.
Boogie with me, baby. That's the
Yeah,
only one
Boogie
that
with
I
Me
know.
Baby by John Williamson.
It's the only one I know.
No, you should maybe one day.
Easy
Hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing. He keeps talking about interaction and how he wants to do stuff and get people involved. So we're going to put a poll up. How many people want to hear Haydos go live singing Boogie with Me Baby
That's all right.
with the guitar?
No.
Yep.
No.
And we're going to tag John Williamson.
We'll probably get sued.
Why?
I don't know.
Can't get sued doing that. Don't try and get yourself out of this shit now, mate. This is happening. So we're going to check a poll up. How many people want to see Haydos sing "Boogie with Me, Baby" by John Williamson? We're going to tag him in it, and we're going to go. Well, it probably won't be live, but we're gonna make this happen. It's happening. We're doing it. It's happening.
Yeah, I reckon.
We're doing it. It's happening.
Well,
Oh,
we have
I've
to
seen
get
this
something.
one. I'm so glad you're going to put this
hang
one
on,
up.
settle down. But so what? Why do we?
See, he's got his arms crossed now. He's got
How?
defensive now.
I just don't want to make myself look like an idiot.
You won't. You won't look like an idiot. Have you seen our show? We got a whole show of being idiots. No, it's happening. It's happening. Now, if you want to...
we need likes. I reckon we need to make 1,000 subscribers before I do anything.
bullshit.
Yeah, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
No, we are putting the poll up, and if people say yes, they want to see this.
Yeah.
If we get more yeses
No.
than no, it doesn't matter how many yeses.
Yeah,
it
no,
can be
but
3
no,
yeses
but-
and 0 no's. It doesn't matter. If the people want to see you sing,
Oh, well, you
Boogie
do
with
the
Me,
poll
baby.
then, mate.
I will do the poll.
Yeah, you better.
No idea how to fucking do it, but I'm going to do the poll. I will get in contact with other people who will tell me how to do the poll,
Yep.
and I'm going to make that poll happen. And if we get it, you are doing it.
Yeah, righto.
Yep.
No,
It's a new segment by Simon. It's called Haydos Singing.
Oh, that'll be
Karaoke Haydos,
I
we're going
think
to
at
call
this time it'll replace questions because no one's answering. That's why we scrapped it from this episode.
Yeah, it's probably a good move. I don't think people wanted to listen to that bit. But we will have Karaoke Haydos every week. And we'll start with Boogie with Me, Baby.
Yeah, righto. You shut the fuck up. All right, we're getting into this one.
What's happening?
This was what you sent through. Jackie Felgate. Whinging about something. No,
Oh, you can't say that.
No, I'll edit that. I'll edit that.
No, you can't edit it. You told me last week you can't edit this stuff. But let's just listen to her because she's got a very important thing that she's saying. It's very important.
Here's Jackie Felgate.
15-year-old Benjamin Figapoon was walking home, as everyone's kids do, from school. He was robbed, he was forced into a car, he was dragged at 70 kilometres an hour for hundreds of metres down the road. He was left with a permanent brain injury and horrific injuries. He spent a week in a coma. Yesterday, one of 3 youths involved in this shocking crime was handed an 18-month supervision order and no conviction. They walked free from court. This thug, who is also 15 years old, faced 49 charges. The crime spree included threatening victims with a machete, with box cutters, with hatchets, and some of his victims were children. He also lured a 13-year-old girl to a home and encouraged her to remove her clothing. This breaks my heart. I have a 12-year-old daughter. I cannot even begin to imagine what that does to a child. The magistrate said while this kid's actions were appalling, he wasn't responsible for Benjamin's injuries. Well, who was responsible then? Lifelong injuries, lifelong brain trauma. The magistrate said, and I quote here, "The community is scared. It's sick of this behaviour, but I can't lock him up. It's not going to give any solace to the victims, but he's doing his best to stay out of trouble." Well, if that is the law that is applied in this instance, then the law and the courts are broken. When do we say, after 49 charges, the 15-year-old victim has had their life and that of their families ruined? When do we say enough is enough?
Is there enough? Is it enough?
No, it's fucking not.
Definitely
The little
not.
prick should be locked up for the rest of his life. Fuck him. Sorry, I don't care if he's 15 or not. I don't care what people fucking say. They can carry on and bitch and moan. She's 100% right, and she's not the only person saying it. The court system, the justice system in this country and in this state in particular is absolutely broken. These magistrates who go, I'm representing community expectations. When was the last time a magistrate asked you what your expectation was?
Never.
Yeah, they've never fucking asked me. Never. So whose community expectation are they? Oh, that's right. They're going off the government who pays them. And the government pays to make sure that we have crime.
You reckon?
Well, we're going to talk about it, aren't we, in the next episode, I'm pretty sure.
So you reckon the government's in on this?
Fuck off,
We
they
need
are.
crime.
They make money off it.
They make money off crime.
Damn
Some
straight
crime
they do.
They wouldn't make money off
No,
all crime.
Yeah, they do, mate. Because all of these lawyers are all connected to the government. And they're all paying members of the government. And they're all a part of
lawyers.
the
Okay.
lawyers, the magistrates, all of them. They're all connected. The system is broken for a reason. It's because they make money off it. If they weren't making money off it, the system wouldn't be broken. It's the truth. And the other side of it is they're pandering all the time to these people who think that this shit's okay. They think that it's okay. Like, he's 15. Leave him. It's not his fault. He's 15 years old. He knows what's right or wrong. You know what's right or wrong at a very young age. You know, this other kid, this other 15-year-old who apparently was, not really known to I think he knew them through school, but he's not affiliated with them in any way, shape or form. They saw him as an easy target, and that kid's life is now destroyed. He's got a permanent brain injury. He will never recover. He will never have a normal life like every other kid and adult should have. They've destroyed his life. These little shits, these little assholes, mongrels, scum is what they are, should be locked up. And when they're locked up, the keys should be fucking thrown away and they should do hard time, not this bullshit time they're doing now where they're getting fucking PlayStations. Like I saw a report 2 days ago of a female officer at the new Cherry Creek prison in, or youth detention centre in Geelong there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In 1 week, they had 6 assaults on officers.
Really?
One of those assaults, the lady was taken to hospital. A female officer was taken to hospital in a serious condition after she was beaten with a PlayStation remote control. Why do they have PlayStations? They don't fucking need them. They're criminals. They have chosen to be criminals. They have been locked up. Treat them like criminals. Don't give them PlayStations. It's bullshit. The system is absolutely fucking bullshit. And the people to blame, they're known as the Labor government. Jacinta Allen and the Allen government are at fault for this because they are currently in charge. They can say whatever they like. Oh, but we're only the government at the time. Well, if you're the government at the time, fix the fucking problem, you weak muppet. That's the problem. You're getting me angry.
I'm getting you angry. How am I getting you angry? You're getting yourself angry.
Because you put that clip up now.
No.
I went from laughing to being angry. But she's a muppet and her government's at fault. And anyone who tells me her government's not at fault, you're part of the problem as well.
All right, well, this will get you going. Fucking let's complain to Domino's Pizza.
Go from
Hi, Domino's Pizza. I ordered from Domino's Pizza Gordon, right? It was meant to be an extra large pizza with tomato paste, cheese, steak and bacon. I got barbecue sauce. I don't like barbecue sauce. I got mushrooms, right? Mushrooms.
Yeah, they're dangerous nowadays.
I didn't ask for mushrooms. I paid $24 for the pizza and I didn't get what I want. I got extra, which I don't like, and I can't eat this pizza. Right? I'm making a complaint video. This is a complaint video. I'm going to have to throw this pizza in the bin.
It's like you with the Labor government. Throw them in the bin.
Yeah, except he's got fucking just a pizza.
Just a pizza.
But he's right, though. Fuck it.
I'd just eat it.
I would have eaten it.
Suck it
I
up.
would have taken the mushrooms off because mushrooms make me fucking crook. But I would
How do
have
they
just
make
eaten
you
it.
crook?
I don't digest them properly.
Okay, so you have the poison ones then.
Yeah, it's probably like
That's your problem.
He's probably like that pizza didn't come from Victoria. Could have been poisoned. You never know.
Here's some alcohol facts with Dr. Carl.
I like Dr.
When
Carl.
you mix diet drinks with alcohol, you get drunker. It turns out
Is
that
drunker
a
a word?
standard
You get drunker.
rum and diet Coke
Must be.
has
He's
the
a
same amount
doctor.
of alcohol as a standard rum and regular Coke, but it has half the calories. When you drink the mixer, it goes down through here into the stomach, and then the stomach pushes it into the next section of the gut where it gets absorbed. Now, here's the weird thing. Your stomach pushes it from here to here at a fixed rate of around 2 to 3 calories a minute. So a rum and diet Coke will get out of your stomach into the next section where it gets absorbed faster, and it will get absorbed faster, and the blood alcohol level will go up higher, and it'll do it sooner than a rum and regular Coke. Never drink on an empty stomach, and as Mary Poppins said, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Well, there you go. There's a bit of fact in Mary Poppins.
I was confused about why Mary Poppins was here on the screen then. That's actually interesting. I didn't realise that, but it's funny because I know a lot of people who drink, all their mixes with either Coke Zero or Diet Coke or Pepsi Max or whatever it is, like all the sugar-free ones and stuff. And I've been told time and time again that these diet drinks and sugarless drinks are actually far worse for you because the chemicals they put in to remove the sugars and stuff like that. So, and even one from a source from Coca-Cola who actually his job is to mix the drinks. And even he told me that the Coke Zero stuff and the Diet Cokes and all these things are far worse for you than the normal Coke. So it's interesting he said that because I'd never thought about the calorie side of it and how it mixes and stuff.
There's no evidence at this stage that it's bad for you because it hasn't been around long enough.
Wow.
It's only been around,
I think they've got the evidence, they just don't
Do you
tell
reckon?
you. Yeah. You know,
because you got to look at Coca-Cola itself's been around since 1800 and something.
Yeah.
The chemicals in it probably changed, or the ingredients, I should say.
Yeah, the ingredients.
We won't say chemicals, all right? So because we can't afford the legal bills from Coca-Cola, but we'll say the ingredients.
Yeah, we'll say the ingredients.
Yeah, have probably been switched a little bit, but
they would have changed.
That's been around.
They would have changed
not
necessarily because of Coca-Cola's reasoning. They would have changed because the manufacturers who make those ingredients change the ingredients all the time. So, and then Coca-Cola continues to use the ingredients. So it wouldn't necessarily be their fault, so to speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a different way of doing things. That's for sure.
This next one.
All right.
Christopher Parrott.
This
I'm gonna be right
muppet.
up on the microphone.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Pilot taker.
You are a dipshit. I can't stand this prick. I'm going to be right up on the microphone. Yeah, I bet you fucking would, you muppet. I hate that bloke with a passion.
Why? What did he do to you?
He's an idiot. They're all idiots. All politicians these days.
Oh, it says the bloke that wanted to be a politician.
Yeah, and I'm an idiot. I'm not saying I'm not an idiot. But I would have been far better than those muppets that are there now, because I would have actually gone out and spoke to the community and said, what's your concerns? How do we need to fix
But they
these
are
things?
talking to their community.
No, they're not.
Yeah, the high-paying
Yeah,
members of their
exactly.
community.
The high-paying members, the members who, well, it's not just high-paying members; it's also the corrupt ones and the criminal ones who pay them.
That's right.
Mm.
That's right.
It's all of them.
As we've learnt in the last fortnight or week, is it?
I've known it for a lot longer than that, but yeah, sure, we'll go there. We'll talk about that later, no doubt.
All right, here we go. Let's learn how to make a drink using a what the fuck would that? I've forgotten what it's called. Soda stream.
Too busy worried looking at the person on the screen.
On until it's nice and tight on there. You give it some presses on the top.
I don't want to be.
In the water.
Is she farting or is it a he?
Splits. Oh God! What? Oh God! What's happening?
Now that's a good video. Oh, that was terrible and all satisfyingly great all at the same fucking time. That one I could watch again for sure. That's gold.
And here we go, last one.
Sir, for $1, name a skin color. Name a skin color.
Skin color?
Yes.
Me?
What's the color?
Yellow.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
No.
Don't. Okay. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah.
Gotta
when
just
you're
being
asked-
honest.
Yeah. Name a skin colour.
Just being honest. Technically, we're all brown. But anyway.
Hang on. Don't you dare do a Kanye West from last week.
What's that fucking Muppet got to do with me?
That's what he said. We're all Indian.
No, he said Indian.
Yeah,
I
he
said
said
we're
we're
all
not
technically
black,
brown.
we're Indian.
Because scientifically they've proven that we're
brown.
technically all brown.
I'm not.
that
I'm
there is-
freckled. I've got freckles.
I used to ourselves
That was
pasty and freckled for me, but turns out we're actually all technically brown.
A Sri Lankan fella asked me, he goes, what's wrong with your skin? I said, what?
So you don't
And he goes, what's wrong with your skin? I go, nothing. Why? And he goes, but you've got dots everywhere. I go, oh, they're freckles. He goes, is that a disease? I go, no. It's just a
no, mate. You buy them from the lolly shop and eat them.
It's just.
I can show you my other freckle if you'd like.
We'll end on that.
I'm actually surprised that we're increasing in viewers because sometimes I think, why would people listen to
Hey,
me?
it's just adding music.
It's just fun. It's fun.
All right. Now, the big news.
Oh, we're ending on the big one.
The big one.
Well, the second big one.
The second big one, dude.
Yeah, well, this is a big
Yeah.
one. But then the other big one's the one I think we're going to talk about in the
So,
next
the
episode.
big news of
big one.
the week was...
Ow! No,
Oh,
yeah.
I think, what the fuck's wrong with you? Just like, you're getting electrocuted.
Actually grabbed the wrong ear, I think. But anyway.
But yes, Trump got had an assassination attempt on him.
Mm.
That was intense. I only saw it an hour after it happened.
Mm. And I only saw it because you sent it to me.
Yeah.
Otherwise
And
wouldn't
I
have
was
known at the
like,
time.
my first reaction to see that video was, he's a pussy. Like, you're hearing gunshots. Why are you? Oh, my ears. Oh, my ears. Literally, he got hit in the ear. I just thought he's been a pussy. And it wasn't until after probably the third watch.
You realise there was blood
There was blood there. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But-
Apparently got a fair chunk went as well, from what I've heard.
Yeah, okay. Oh, we won't know until the bandage is
Yeah, well, that's
taken
true.
away.
That's true.
But he'll probably get plastic surgery to get it fixed up before we
See,
even
if
see
I
it.
was him, I wouldn't.
Do a bit of a Chopper Reed impersonation.
Wouldn't go full chop. But I would leave it as like a sign of,
Yeah, right.
you took a shot and you missed.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So,
But the young offender,
mhm.
apparently a registered Republican.
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought he was a Democrat.
No, registered
Wow.
Republican. Yeah. was all guns and everything, apparently.
Clearly.
But then there was something said about him being a donor to the Democrats. And
Yeah,
was
'cause they
had
said-
appeared as a Democrat on an ad. 'Cause
Yeah.
They had to pull that ad.
Yeah, and they said that he was quite like really strong in, Biden's the like God.
Okay, I don't know anything about that stuff, but yeah, I'm only going from what I've heard during this week. And yeah, it's very, very strange.
It is a problem because there's lots. This particular thing has, there's lots of shit out there at the moment, and we will never. It's typical America. We will never know the truth of this. There is one thing to say for sure about this. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what?
Trump has won the election.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has, but he is like literally right now. If you look at what's coming out of America, he's literally been like immortalized as a god.
Yes, yeah.
Literally at this point, like you couldn't have got like Biden. It's just easy for now. If Biden just goes fuck it.
Well,
I'll give up now.
There is news running around that he may not go for the presidency.
Well, they're trying
now,
to the Democrats are trying to have been trying
Get
to
rid
pull
of
him
him.
for weeks now, but there's just been all these issues. That's why he came out the other day and did that big, I'm fighting and I am the president. I will continue to be the president. Rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too late, mate. You've lost. Like, you've literally lost. There's even Democrats coming in now going, wow, they tried to shoot Trump and they even fucked that up. And even they've come out, and this is where, this is like the Tenacious D thing. Like, there's been a big issue for Tenacious D, and there's been other people as well.
But is it really like?
No. Look, it's all I'm saying is, like, you see the way that the whole thing's playing out right now.
Yeah,
and
there's
it's
strange that one even with Tenacious D. Like, it was only a little off the cuff mark. Like, people have said worse.
I feel like there's something else there for them.
Yeah,
like I feel like there's something else going on.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe internally, maybe this was an easy way to get old mate out or something like this. Because I agree. I'm like, it seems. I don't think it should be right. I don't think you should say that. Like, I hate lots of people, right? We all do. I hate Biden. I
but you
think
shouldn't
Biden's
wish.
but I
death
don't
on
wish
top of
Biden
someone.
to die. Like, I think he's a fucktard, and I think he should be locked up in prison for the shit that he's done. Same with our fucking people here in Australia. There's a lot of, like, Anthony Albanese should be put in prison as well. So should the people like the.
Well, what's
Allen
Albo
government.
done?
What hasn't he done? We'll talk about that a bit later on.
Okay.
Let's stick to the Trump thing. We'll talk about that later on. And we will talk about it, people. Don't worry. We're going to talk about it. But I think they should be locked up because they're criminals. But I don't think they should be shot. As much as people might hate Trump, he's got kids. He's got grandkids. He's still a human. He's a dad, a grandfather. I think he's an uncle. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think he's an uncle. I don't know if he's got brothers or sisters or not.
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually heard about brothers or sisters. From him.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I know he's I know he's he's a dad and he's a grandfather and whatever else. So you shouldn't wish somebody dead, and you shouldn't. Some of the people online putting out comments going, "I wish they hadn't have missed" and stuff like that. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You're a Democrat, and you're saying you wish someone died. That's literally against everything that you're supposed to stand for. So it just proves how fucking stupid these people are.
Oh, it's kind of funny. You said the other week, you don't like Kyle Sandilands, but you agree with him on a lot of things.
I fully agree to that too.
That's
I don't. Yeah,
I've been
I'm
listening
not,
to Kyle
I'm
and Jackie A this week, and that's what the.
Is that what he was saying?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly what you said.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I don't listen to him because I
even
don't
banned Tenacious D from any interviews in the future.
Is that right?
Or that bloke, not Jack Black.
Yeah, right.
Apparently.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I agree. I'm not a fan of Kyle Sandilands at all, but I'm not saying that everything he says is incorrect. I just don't really like the
you
bloke.
do agree with him.
But,
now, let's get into the conspiracy side of it. Yeah, there's people that are saying...
There's some interesting shit in this space, isn't there?
Yes. So people are saying that Biden did it. Well, organised it. There's people saying that Trump's organised it himself.
Yeah. Well, think about it from a Trump perspective first, right?
Mm.
If Trump did organise it and they made sure that it hit his ear, right?
Mm.
One, that's fucking ballsy because you're allowing someone to shoot at you in the hope that you turn your head at the right time, that it gets your ear and not your head.
Yes.
That's fucking ballsy. But if you were willing to do it and it paid off like it has, I'm not saying this is what happened, I'm saying if it paid off like it has, then you've literally been handed the presidency on a plate, right? Because that's what's happened now. I don't care what anyone says.
And they have said
if Trump doesn't get in at this election, it is 100% rigged, and there will be mass problems in America.
It's Russia.
Fucking yeah.
But that's what they have said in previous attempts. It has gone. So Ronald Reagan's, that was basically a landslide.
Yep.
Republican victory when he got.
Yep. And it will be. The same thing will happen now.
Attempted.
If Biden organised it, do I believe that? Fucking oath I do.
Yeah, okay.
100% I do, because the Democrats are weak and gutless, and they will do these things to try and knock him off the podium.
3 weeks ago. So 3 weeks before the incident, Alex Jones went on to Russell Brand and had this to say.
Alex Jones is actually happening. InfoWars is being shut down. The FBI appear to be involved. The CIA appear to be involved. Can you tell us, do you see this as a pivotal moment? If they can come for you and take you down, if they can reclaim your assets, does that mean that this is the first domino, that next it's Tucker, then it's Rogan, that this is, in a sense, the beginning of a series of attacks that will shut down the free speech space?
Well, that's right. What they're doing to me is a beta test for everybody else. And I'm just blessed they're doing it because it shows we've been on the right side of history, on the right target. But if I told you what happened, I mean, the FBI went in court, admitted they're running it. They have the CIA guy that got caught by Project Veritas spinoff group admitting it all. That's all well known now. But what are we saying they're so scared of? We love God. We love humanity. We love freedom. We love justice. So, yes, our message is scaring the system. So they're trying to shut us down right now. And as bad as this is, I am extremely blessed to be in this position right now. So, yeah, I'm more concerned about why is the deep state trying to shut me down right now? Is it a Trump assassination? Is it World War III? Is it an economic collapse? I don't know. 3
weeks before
that's what he's
attempt.
come out with.
That's what
and
Alex Jones is saying.
I find interesting those last three things he said then. Trump assassination, World War III, economic fucking collapse. I think he's 100% right. Those three things, one of them's happened.
Yeah.
The other two are literally happening as we speak.
Okay. So it is scary because Alex Jones, even though he's seen as a weirdo and off the rails, he has been correct in most things that he's said in the past.
Yeah, I like Alex Jones. I think he's quite good.
Let's go back even further. 10 months previous on the Adam Carolla show, Tucker Carlson.
Are they going to let Trump be president?
They protested him. They called him names. He won anyway. They impeached him twice on ridiculous pretenses. They fabricated a lot about what happened on January 6th in order to impeach him again. It didn't work. He came back. Then they indicted him. It didn't work. He became more popular. Then they indicted him 3 more times, and every single time his popularity rose. So if you begin with criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment, and none of them work, what's next? I mean, graph it out, man. We're speeding toward assassination. Obviously, permanent Washington, both parties have decided that there's something about Trump that's so threatening to them, they just can't have him. By the way, the president is senile in a way that's impossible to deny. Biden's not running the government. I don't know, man. I've never been this worried about anything as I am about where this is going.
Yeah, I agree.
So there you go, 10 months earlier. That was predicted. So,
yeah, I agree. And look, there's lots of questions around the Secret Service and the police.
Yep.
There's the footage where the kid's climbing up the building with the gun, and there's people in the crowd saying there's a guy on the roof there with a gun, and they're talking to the police, and the police just walk around like fucking, I don't know. There's questions about, Secret Service said, no, we don't need to worry about that roof because nobody can get up there. Yeah, this guy got up there quite easily got up there. There's lots of things around this whole, the Secret Service agents that were assigned to him look like they are some of the most incapable fucking people on the planet. They look like they probably wear pull-up shoes because they can't tie their shoelaces. So, I just can't. I don't know. There's a whole heap of things around this. It just doesn't seem right. And I know Trump's always been supportive of the Secret Service. And he's always been supportive of police. He's always been big on law enforcement, which has been great. And he continued that same support after he got released from hospital, saying how great they were. But I have no doubt that his team are probably doing a lot of fucking work in the background. If they didn't have anything to do with it, there'd be a lot of work going on in the background right now to make sure that, things have changed in the future because, I've been a part of security details in the past and I've done security operations in the past, and there appears to be some very basic things here that were not looked after and made it far too easy for him to be assassinated so closely. Like, that kid got pretty close within the realm of where they were, got in bloody close to be able to take that shot. And just imagine if Trump hadn't turned his head when he did. Like, let's just say they have nothing to do with it and this actually was an assassination, either organised by Biden and his people, or this is a lone gunman, I'm going to take this bloke out, fucking rah, whatever. Imagine if he didn't turn his head. We'd be having a completely different conversation right now.
Yep, that's it.
Like, that's just the, but I think in my eyes, like Trump or not, unfortunately, I would like to see Robert Kennedy be the president. That's who I'd like to see be the president of America, because no matter what Australians think, a lot of Australians go, I don't fucking care. Who cares about it? It's got nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with us, because whatever they do in the world, America, flows on to the rest of us. So we have to be paying attention to it. We've got to see what's going on in that space there to see how it's going to affect Australia, because it affects us in a very big way. I would like to see Robert Kennedy win. Funnily enough, they've now finally given him Secret Service protection. Like, after this happened, bang, straight away, better give him protection just in case. Well, hang on a minute. Why didn't you give it to him at the start when he asked for it? You gave it to everybody else except for him. Now there's been an assassination, all of a sudden you've given it to him? Like, come on. That's fucking... So I would like to see him win. I think he would be the better person for America, and I think he'd be the better person for the world. But outside of that, it's got to be Trump. Can't be Biden, can't be the Democrats. So, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. We'll have to... we might have to get up early on November 5th. I think it's November 5th.
It's in the afternoons. So we're already awake when it happens.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So we might have to go live maybe.
Because I can remember, last time it happened, it was in the afternoon.
Maybe you and I should have a American election party, and we should go live and let people know what's going on, and we can talk about some crazy shit at the same time.
Crazy shit.
We'll talk about more conspiracy theories whilst we're also doing the election update for people. That'd be cool.
We'll see.
We'll have a party.
We'll see.
I'll have some hydrogen water cocktails. You can have your...
Depends what
you can have
time
Diet Coke and rum.
of the day it is.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
All right. That's it for episode 21.
Boom.
We
done.
made it. Boom, boom.
Shakalaka.
If you've got anything you want to tell us about, email us, get on our socials. We would love to hear from you. Also, get the show on Rumble, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts as well. And that's about it from me.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
No, just keep your eye out for that poll. That poll's coming out sometime this week about Haydos doing a live
guitar
Boogie with Me Baby guitar event. Haydos's karaoke, we're going to call it. And that'll probably become like a permanent feature then of the show. And every week you can send him what song you want him to learn and then sing. And I think it'll be great. And ladies, same deal. Ladies, if you're out there, single, you're looking. He's a man. He's a great bloke. He's a lot of fun to be around all the time. He's very witty, loves to dance. So send your applications as well. Not applications. That sounds really nasty.
Yeah, does.
But send in your curiosity if you're keen to have a date. Hey, we could do like a speed date show live for you.
Do a live.
We'll get the. We'll go.
How
We'll
does this work?
So we find a place where there's like a cafe / restaurant where we can have like a top tier like
a private.
Like a private
function
like
area.
A private function area, and we can get all the single ladies to come along. And the single ladies. We get the single ladies to come along, have some music, some dancing, some food, and then we do like a speed dating type thing. Boom chakalala. We could blindfold you and blindfold them.
What?
Actually, they don't need to be blindfolded because everybody's seen you.
Yeah.
You get blindfolded. And
Why
then
do
you've
I
got
get blindfolded?
Because you've got to choose your ladies. You've got to narrow the pool of ladies down purely based on everything they're saying to you.
So
and
literally
and how
blind
you feel.
dating.
It's literally blind dating for you, but not for them because they've seen you already.
This is
Great.
but
This is awesome. This has taken our show to a
It's
whole
content.
one. It's a completely different level of where we're going.
I'll
The
say
show-
yes because it's content.
It makes no sense while we're doing this, but we're going to do it. So if you've got your single ladies out there, you know, let's make this happen. Let's do this. We don't have a big enough audience base for this to go viral,
No, you
but
don't.
let's make this happen. I'm going to put this up on the TikTok-y thing, and we're going to get people. We're going to make this happen.
Okay. Well, good luck.
I'm going to laugh if it actually works.
If it does, that'll be fucking hilarious.
We're doing it. It's happening. It's happening.
All right. Enough shit talking, all right? We're out of
Shit
here.
talking, we're doing this.
Hooroo.
See you later, people. Stay safe.